morning, good morning, good morning. Yoga strength. That's what's coming up. So if you're using weights, we will add on some hand weights. I've got about 3 pounds here. It's pretty good when you're talking through the whole thing. So, you're a little lighter. But you can grab anywhere, I think anywhere from like 1 to 8 is a nice range, and you can kind of interchange between the two if you don't have weights, right? Always totally fine, don't worry about weights. There's lots of other strength challenging moves in this practice, along with the addition of actual strength training moves. So don't worry, we'll get you strong and feeling good without weights. But if you ever just want something that's a little bit heavier, go with like a filled water bottle. A couple of them that are approximately the same. You can do cans or jars on all that kind of stuff. So where there's a will, there's a way. Go get it. But we'll get started in just a couple more minutes. So mat, towel, weights, water. That's it. That's all you need. And then we'll be back here. It's officially summer, almost close to the official mark, but it's really starting to turn summer when it's like barely 10 a.m. and it's already getting too hot to keep the windows open. Time to close all the doors and hopefully not have to turn the air conditioner on before 12. Gotta love the heat. I always do love summer. There's something that seems unreal sometimes about how hot it can be in the morning too. Always a nice way to kind of work up a sweat. You don't have to turn the heater on as soon or at all for this. All right, just another minute and we'll jump in. All right. I think we're about there. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in. We're going to start on our backs today. So once you have all your stuff, move your weights to the top of your mat in case if they're not there already. And then, lay back, take a breath, open it up, relax your shoulders, just settle in. First moment, couple of breaths. Just take these first few breaths to kind of check in. Notice how your body feels. Notice kind of what's happening for you today. And without judgment, criticism affect how we perform and how we move and how things feel in our bodies. But the other thing to remember and to add a layer of grace is that what's happening in our minds, how much is kind of spinning around, will most certainly have an effect on our bodies as well. And so start to just give yourself a quick scan. Notice the quality of how your body feels today, and not the quality of like it's good or it's bad. The genuine quality. Does it feel like there's more energy or less? A little tension, a little bit of space. Like really start to find adjectives, because sometimes we just get into this good, bad, and it's really hard to correct because we don't actually know what's good about it or what's bad about it. So get into the nitty-gritty, figure out where there's energy, where there's space, and the same kind of observation on your mind too. Is it swirling or is it a little calmer? Does it feel joyful or is it a little sadder? It doesn't matter, right? It's okay. It's check in, notice, be real with yourself, and then respond accordingly. Being honest and knowing where we're at is a clear path so we can move forward. Doesn't make it any easier, just makes the path clearer. One more big breath here. And then let it go. All right, let's get this party started. Take a moment, bend your knees into your chest. Give your knees a little bit of a squeeze and just rock from side to side, massaging your low back. That might mean you kind of circle your knees to the right or to the left. And you can also kind of take the legs apart and circle them in opposite directions. If you go one way, make sure you go the other. And then give your knees a little squeeze and stretch your arms and legs up towards the ceiling. Roll your wrists, roll your ankles, wiggle through your fingers, give things a little bit of a shake. Just kind of take the time to wake things up. Good, and then take a nice and big breath in, stretch through your fingertips, stretch through your toes. And on your exhale, take your hands underneath your hips. Creating a, kind of little diamond shape. It doesn't have to come all the way close. You can kind of open up the hands so there's some space in between. Just supporting your low back. Keep your legs nice and strong. Take another inhale. And then exhale, gently release your right leg. Let it hover off the mat. Inhale, bring it all the way back through center. Exhale, lower your left leg to the floor. To hover off the floor, rather. Inhale, bring your left leg back up. And switch from right to left. So right leg lowers to hover, back to center. Left leg lowers to hover, back to center. If this doesn't feel like enough and your body is asking for a little bit more, you can take both legs. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. If you want even more than that, peel your head and shoulders off the mat. Leg raises, 10 more. 10, 9, just up to about 90. 7, 6, 5 more, 4, 3, last 2, and last one. Hold in your hovered position, press down through your low back, find your breath. This might feel like enough, but if you want more, release your hands underneath your low back, stretch your arms out overhead. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, stay strong, press your low back down, 5 more, 5, 4, hold 3, 2, stay with me, hold, just flutter through your legs, just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you can always take the hands underneath your low back if you ever need it, 3, 2, and knees into your chest, give yourself a little squeeze, listen up, inhale, lengthen long, reach your arms overhead, stretch your legs long, exhale, knees into your chest, give yourself a little squeeze. Here we go, we do 10 of them, lengthen and reach, exhale, squeeze in, knees to forehead, lengthen, squeeze in, reach, get long, squeeze in, nice and tight, 5 more, 5, reach and lengthen, 4, 3, keep your low back on the mat, last 2, good, one last one, reach, back and knees into your chest, little squeeze, good, rock and roll yourself all the way up to a seat, come sit down. Sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders a couple of times. couple back, couple to the front, and they can be bigger or smaller. It's totally up to you. Just taking a moment to sort of wake things up. You can go one at a time, back and forth, and then right back to center. Breathe in, sweep your arms overhead. Clasp your left wrist with your right hand. Stretch up tall and side bend towards the right. So you find that little bit of space on the left side of your body. Roll your right shoulder forward. Hold your abs in. Good, back through center. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Clasp onto your wrist, reach up, breathe in. As you next exhale, side bend towards the left. So this time, left shoulder pulls forward, right shoulder back a little bit. Press it down through your right hip. Work your arms back. Good, come back through center. Inhale. Exhale, goal post your elbows. Give yourself a little backward bend. Inhale, reach high. And then exhale, release your hands behind your back and release your grip. Breathe in, lift your chest. Lift your hands up and off your hips a little bit. It's kind of stretching out your shoulders. Right, you might get a couple of snap, crackle, pops in there. You might lift up away. You might lift only a little. No worries. In between where you find your strongest stretch that you can maintain. Breath and control. Good. From here, release your hands back to the small of your back. And then take your knuckles off towards the left. Squeeze your elbows in and release your right shoulder, your left ear to your left shoulder. You can kind of fine tune here so you can lift or lower your chin a little bit and really work your right shoulder down and away. Just releasing some tension through your neck. We tend to hold a lot there. And so just giving it a moment of release. Plus, inhale, come back through center. We'll switch sides. We've got a lot of upper body strength we're going to work with today. So I want to make sure your right ear to your right shoulder and squeeze your right elbow in and back. I want to make sure your upper back, your neck and shoulders have some release before we build in strength. Good, inhale back through center and exhale, release your shoulder, if you need it. And we'll just take a few cat-cow. So hands on the knees. Inhale, puff your chest forward, roll your shoulders back and down, look up, look back. Exhale, tuck your chin around your shoulders. And inhale, chest forward, shoulders back and down. Exhale, tuck and round. And then you can take a few more. Add on if you need to. Little spaces to linger. Good, and then nice and slow, make your way back to neutral. Take your left hand behind your back, right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Just waking up the spine. Breathe in, come back through center. Take it onto the right. So right hand behind your back, left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, twist. Good, back through center, cross over your shins, meet at tabletop. Take a moment, tuck your toes under, let your hips sink back towards your heels, stretch out your heels. So see if you can work your heels a little closer towards one another. They don't have to touch all the way by any means, especially if your feet are open, feet and knees are open about hip width, then they won't touch. You just want to notice if you've let all the body's weight drop out to the pinky edge side of your feet. So notice if you can even out the distribution of weight towards your big toe, and this will help to increase the stretch of your arches a little bit, and that's going to be really important for things when we stand up on our toes and balance, and the structure and health of our feet are super important for the rest of our body. Stretch it forward. Good, and then rock forward, plant your arms underneath your shoulders, and just take a moment to rock forward and then back. A little bit forward and a little bit back. And you can make it really exaggerated and press back onto your toes, or you can just make it small rocks as you like. Good, and then take your hands off to the right and to the left, same thing. Rock from right to left, or you can draw big circles. Again, pressing the hips back if that feels good. Give yourself a little bit of free movement. You're warming up your wrists, but you're also warming up your hips, warming up your shoulders. Take your fingertips towards your knees. This time again with the toes untucked, let your hips sink back and you can lift your palms off the floor. If you want more intensity, you'll bend into the elbows. And then rock it a little bit forward and rock it back. All right, again, might be little rocks, might be big rocks, might be kind of some circles, little side-to-side action. And then release your wrists, untuck your toes if you haven't already. Let's reverse stretch that, palms up, fingers face your knees, just a little rock or sway. You can do both at the same time, go for it. Little rotations are always fine too. And you can give them a couple of circles, go left. You might want to start pedaling out the feet a little bit, just kind of shaking them out sometimes feels good after you've had them tucked under for a while, stretching things out. Left, give them a couple of swirls. We'll meet back in tabletop. Good. Stretch your fingertips wide. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, tuck your toes, hips go back, and up, down dog. Take a moment to settle in. Couple of pedals, a little bit of movement if you need it. Last little moment to kind of wake up the feet. Give your head a few nods. Notice if you've got any. Good. And then take a moment, settle in, down dog. Spread your fingertips wide. Find the front side of your body, firm it up. Push the floor away so you can stretch through the back side of your body and inhale, press forward, find a plank. Good, exhale, press back into your down dog. So keep the length of your lunge here. So, keep the length of your hands and your feet. So as you inhale, you'll press forward this way. You just have to rock onto the toes. You'll find your plank. So press up into the plank one more time. Push the floor away. Just a little soft bend through your elbows so you dome and round through your upper back. Little tuck of your tailbone under so you can push the floor away even more. Hold here for 5. Strong, steady breaths. 4, 3, 2, and then hold in your plank. Listen up. Take your hips, shift them all the way towards the left. You can let them sink down as low as you can. Stay stable through that left shoulder, so you still want to be pushed up and out. And then you'll come all the way through center and get up and over to the right. So you can peel off to the knife edge side of your feet. Let your hips sink low on the right. Come back through center. Do the same thing on your left. We'll do 5. Take your time. There's no rush or hurry. 4 more. Just helping to wake up the side body, but also wake up your abs. Okay, last 2. And the last one. Right to the left. Good. Back into your plank. Hold. Breathe in. Reset. Exhale, down dog. Press it back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, look forward, spread your fingertips wide. You can walk your feet in a little bit if that makes it more comfortable. No, you can always bend your knees. Your heels can always lift off the floor. You're working to feel your strongest stretch. With your fingertips spread wide, look forward towards your thumbs at the top of your mat, and then release just your right elbow. Let it hover off the floor, and press back up. Go for the same thing. Left elbow bend, hover, and then lift. Right elbow bend, hover, lift. One more to the left. Just a little bend. And then lift. Now, take both. Elbows come in and down towards the floor. Little hover. Drive back up. Good. Squeeze in, bend at the elbows. See if you can set them down. Drive back up. Good. We'll do 3 more here. 3. Squeeze your elbows in. Little turbo dog. Push. 2. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Press. Last one. Squeeze in and push away. Down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Then inhale, look to the top of your mat. Step to the top. As many steps as you take. Look forward, lengthen halfway. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Again, inhale, lengthen, look forward. And then exhale, let it hang. Last little moment to kind of shake things out. You can grab for opposite elbows. Maybe take an interlace grip behind your back. You might want your hands up and overhead, or you can even press the backs of your hands down to kind of stretch out your wrists. Sometimes stepping on the hands if that's available, and you just like wiggle your toes into your palms and the wrist crease and just kind of wake things up a little bit.
And then release it. Whatever you took, take a moment to release and roll up. Here we go. Vertebra by
shoulders, start with a couple of breaths. Good. Feet open about hip width distance. Take a nice big breath in. And a big breath out. All right, let's do this. Inhale, lower your hips, find chair. So shift your body's weight back, hold your abs in. You can reach your arms overhead. And think about really pushing your hips back behind you. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, drive all the way through your heels, stand up tall, squeeze your glutes. So feet about hip width distance. Here we go. Inhale down, hips low. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale down. Drive up and squeeze. Find your breath. Lower. Squeeze, lower, squeeze. Push your body's weight to your heels. Squeeze your glutes forward at the top. We're gonna hit 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Push your body's weight back. Squeeze at the top for 4, 3, 2 more. Last one, hold low pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Here for 6. 5, breathing, 4, 3, 2, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step into your plank. Stack your shoulders, push the floor away, breathe in. On your exhale, lower your knees, squeeze your elbows in all the way to the floor. Peel up halfway to find cobra. Tuck your toes, press yourself through tabletop, find down. Good, so first one's just a little gentle on the spine. And we're gonna keep moving, so let's go. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, step up or walk. Look forward and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right back into your chair. Sink your hips low, reach your arms high, breathe in. Exhale, drive all the way up, squeeze at the top. 10. Squeeze, lower and lift. 9, 8. So nice narrow squat. 7, 6. Think about keeping your knees behind your toes. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, hold low pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, push your body's weight back, 6, 5, you gotta find that power, 4, 3, 2, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga, plant and flow. This time, option to lower your knees is there. As peel back to your down dog, big breath. Let it go. Inhale, put your right leg high. Exhale, take your right knee to your right elbow or tricep. So nice and strong. Listen up. Right knee goes down your wrist. Back up to the elbow or tricep. Straight back into a one-legged plank. Bring it back to the elbow or tricep. Down to the wrist. Up to the elbow or tricep. Back into one-legged plank. 3 more. Elbow to knee. Knee to wrist. Back up to elbow. Back into your plank. 2. Knee to elbow. Down to the wrist. Up to the elbow. Send it back to your one-legged plank. 1, to the elbow, to the wrist, back up. Send it back. Release your foot down. Dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do that once on the left. Here we are. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow or tricep. Squeeze. Knee down the wrist. Back up to the elbow or tricep. Out to a one-legged plank. Oh yeah. In, elbow. Down to the wrist. Up to the elbow. Back out to your plank. 3 more. Knee to elbow. Down to the wrist. Back up. Lift, lift, lift. Out to the plank. 2. Knee to elbow. Down to the wrist. Up to the elbow. Send it back. Last one. Knee to elbow. Down to the wrist. Up to the elbow. Out the plank. Set it down. Down dog. Big breath. Breathe in. Big breath. Let it go. Nice work, you guys. Let's go. Bend your knees. Look to the top of your mat. Step, hop, or walk. Look forward and lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, grab onto your weights. Let's meet in your chair. Body's nice and warm. Let's get this party started. Abs nice and strong. Shift your body's weight to your heels. Palms face each other. We'll start nice and simple with a narrow row. Put it on a diagonal. Squeeze back in. Row and squeeze. Row and squeeze. So you're in a chair shape. Shift your body's weight back. Your feet can be all the way together or a little bit open as long as it's hip width distance or a little more narrow. Good. Now if you want to work on the balance, keep happy, healthy feet. You might want to come up onto your toes. If that's not where your work's at today, no problem. Find your work. Work from there. 8. Narrow row. 7. 6. Squeeze back at your shoulder blades. Palms face each other. 5 more. Make sure you have a strong grip, but not a death grip, right? You're not trying to choke your weights to death. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze back. We hit a full tricep kickback. So all the way back, all the way to the shoulder head. All the way back, all the way in. All the way back, all the way in. Good, so you work through that tricep and bicep as you pull all the way forward, all the way back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Focus on your breath. 5 more for this full range. 4, 3, we'll stay back. 2. Last one, stay back. This time just come up halfway, all the way back out. Halfway in, all the way out. Halfway, all the way. Halfway, all the way. Keep breathing, body's weight back. Drive your weights back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Focus on your breath. Squeeze back, bring it in. Squeeze back, bring it in. Squeeze back, bring it in. 8. Come on. 7. Use your breath. 6. 5 more. 4. 3. And 2, we hold back. Last one, hold back, palms up, pulse up. Go 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and weights into your chest. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Release your weights. Look forward and lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, plant flow, vinyasa. Elbows in. Up dog or your cobra. Send it on back to your down dog. Big breath. Let it go. Okay, we're gonna keep giving your arms a little bit of love here. So same kind of thing we did earlier with that turbo dog. You'll let your elbows drop low. So now you're more into a dolphin shape with the elbows all the way down. If you know, always can, if that's a little tender on the wrist. Palms can also be flat. Make sure your elbows are shoulder width or a little bit tighter. And then listen up. You're gonna rock forward like you could tap your nose to your thumbs and then drive back. So rock forward, lean, 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 lean. Press back. Let's do 10 of them. Lean, 9, 8. Keep lifted, press forward. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3. Good, just building some more stability in the shoulders. 2 more. Push the floor away so you can let your head sink through your elbows. Really get active here. Bend in the knees if you need to. Push. Good, and then look forward. Take your time. Press your palms back up to your down dog. Settle back in. Inhale, hide your toes. Exhale, press forward to your plank, lengthen it out. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, take your right knee to your right elbow or tricep. Bring it all the way down to the wrist. Back up to the elbow or tricep. Out to your one-legged plank. You ready? Let's do this 3 more times. Knee to elbow, down to the wrist, up to the elbow, out. One-legged plank. You can tap it back down. Bring it up, elbow, wrist, elbow, one-legged plank. This is it. Last one. Knee to elbow, down to the wrist, up to the elbow, out to your one-legged plank. Set it down. Press back to down dog. Breathe in. And then out. Good. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step in between your hands. Find that long lunge. So runner's lunge, stretch to the top of your head. Let your hips sink a little bit low. Find some space. Lower your left knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So just a little hip opener before we get into those big lunges. So sink your hips, reach your arms. Let it feel good. You can goalpost the elbows. You can stretch out your arms a little bit. Mostly just trying to give your hips a little prep work before we get into the big breath. So, back your toes, plant your palm, lift it up. Grab onto your weights. And let's go all the way up. Inhale, high crescent, reach up. Exhale, weights into your chest. Let's go one more. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, bring it up. Weights into your chest, sit up nice and tall. Square your hips and your shoulders to the top of your mat. All 10 toes pointing forward. Back knee lowers to hover. Lift and drive. Lower to hover. Lift and drive. So focus on your breath. This might be your work. Stay here. If you want to add a little more, we're going to add a hammer curl. So as you lower and lift, you'll lower and lift the weights all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Make sure the back knee hovers off the mat, but never touches, right? You don't want to drop dead weight to the floor. Work your balance, work your strength. We're going to hit 8 of them right here for 8, 7, 6, 5 more. In 4. We'll stay low. You got 3, 2. Last one, stay low, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5. You have 4, 3, 2. Inhale to high crescent reach up. Exhale, weights into your chest. Lean forward over your right leg and slide your left foot back on a diagonal. You can tuck the toes under, or you can softly set them off to the side. Release your weights out in front. Bend deeply into your right knee, and then drive through your right leg. So you can keep the back toes tucked under, bend the back knee while you go, but make sure most of the weight is happening through driving through your right heel on the front. Now you can lift and let it hover, and really make sure it doesn't do a whole bunch of work. So bend, 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 bend. Drive through the right leg. We're gonna hit 8 on here. 8. Drive, 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 drive. This is 7. Push. Let it be uncomfortable. It's worth the work. 6. Drive. 5. 4. Take your time. 3. See if you can start to feel it in that right side. 2. Good. Last one. Drive all the way up. Whew. Take your time. Step your left foot back. High crescent reach up. Exhale, weights into your chest, warrior 2. Back heel spins down. Bend deeply into your front knee. Make sure you can see your right big toe. So sink it nice and low. Look for your big toe on the inside. Chest up tall. Take your elbows nice and wide, and you'll dip. Dip to the back. Dip. Dip to the front. Dip. 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 Keep breathing. Stay low. Focus. Good. Keep it strong. Beautiful. 4 more. Dips through the front and back for 3. Stay in that lunge. 2. Good. Last one to the back. Back to the front and drive out with the right leg. Spin your heels in, toes out. Big breath to find star. Exhale, low. Inhale, star, big reach. Exhale, bring it down. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, drop it all the way low. Take your weights out in front. Stand, sit up nice and tall. Knees are wide, toes turn out so they follow the same direction as your hips. Keep your chest nice and lifted so you can breathe. Here we go, the front raise. Lift to the center, back low. Lift to the center, back low. So you can go both, or you can keep going one at a time. We'll add the legs, just not yet. So give it a little more time. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Chest up, hips forward, knees wide, big breaths. In 4, we'll add the legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive up, lift, lower, lift, lower. Here's 8. Big breaths. You have 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop it low. Start to pulse for 8, 7. Big breath. 6, 5. Here for 4, 3, 2. Stay low. Tap from right to left, left to right. Go right to left, left to right. Option to come up onto your toes. 8, 7. Can you sit lower? 6. Just question. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, tap, tap, and then reset, star. Exhale, weights into your chest. Pivot your feet, bend your knees, release to stretch. Take your head low, give it a couple of nods, a few little shakes. Maybe some sways. Good, length and look forward. Exhale, soft bend in your knees, grab onto your weights, set them at the top of your mat, pivot, plant, and vinyasa. Rinse it through. Up dog or cobra. Send it on back to your down dog. Come forward into a plank lengthen. Exhale nice and slow to the floor. All the way lower your knees if you need to. All the way down. Open up your feet a little bit. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Interlace your grip behind your back. Glue your legs down so make the bottom half strong. Engage your glutes. Give them a squeeze. Press down to the tops of your feet. Pull up on the quadricep muscles. Now, as you inhale, peel your chest back, lift. As you exhale, bring it down. Let your hands come up and over your head as far as they go. So here we go. Lengthen, lift, peel back, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. So like crunches for your spine, right? Get things nice and strong. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay and hold. Stretch your fingertips back, engage your quads, squeeze your glutes. Look out in front of you, hold, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. So right into that kind of chaturanga shape. Heel of your palm comes towards the rib cage, elbows point back, tuck your toes under. Now you can do these from your knees or from your feet. We're gonna take a little combo. So here we go. You press all the way up to a plank, bring it down to a chaturanga, all the way down to the floor. Here we go. Press up, plank, chaturanga, hold, release to the floor. Here we go. All the way up, plank, chaturanga, all the way to the floor. With control, try not to flop. Here we go. Same thing. You can press up, plank on the knees, chaturanga, down to the floor. We're gonna do 4 more. Here we are. Plank, chaturanga, controlled descent to the belly. Push, chaturanga, controlled descent to the belly. 2 more. Plank, push, 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 push. Controlled descent, chaturanga, all the way down. Last one to your plank, big push. Push to the plank, lower to your chaturanga, control it to the floor. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's take 1 more. Interlace your grip behind your back. Tops of the feet glued to the floor, quads strong. 10 of them, let's go. Peel back, lift, 10, lower, 9, release, 8, keep breathing, 7. If you ever need to release the hands, go for it. 6, 5, 4, hold, 3, 2, and 1. Pull back, hold, 10, 9, 8, 7. Breathing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Let's do that again. We're gonna add on just a little bit. So plant your palms, elbows in close. Listen up. We press up to the plank, down to the chaturanga, back up to your plank. Oh yeah, and then controlled descent to your belly. We're just gonna do 5. That's it. Give it your best. You can drop to a knee or 2. Let's go for 5. Up to the plank. Push to your chaturanga, halfway down. Drive back up to your plank. Control all the way to the floor. That's 1. Here we go. Plank, push. Control descent, chaturanga. Back up, plank. Control descent to the belly. 2. Let's go for 3. Push, plank. Chaturanga. Plank, big push. Control descent. Beautiful. 4. Push, plank. Chaturanga. Push, big. Here we go. Push up to your plank. Lower to your chaturanga. Drive into your plank. Come all the way to your belly and let it go. Make a pillow with your hands. Take a breath. Big breath in. Breath out. Okay. Let's keep spine strengthening a little bit. So if you can keep that pillow with your hands, we're going to focus only on the bottom half of your body. So straighten your legs, engage your quads. You can bring your legs a little closer. So if they're much wider than hip width distance, bring them a little closer towards hip width for now. Quads tight, glutes strong. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So notice your hip width distance, right? Lift and release. Lift and release. We're going to do 3 more with hip width. Do your best to keep it nice and narrow. 3, 2. Last one. Hold. Keep it narrow. Squeeze through your thighs. Point your toes. Strong and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Now open up your feet wide, like mat width distance. So definitely wider than your hips. Start to notice, here we go. Legs lift and then lower. Yeah. So your legs will often lift higher with the legs wider. Not wrong, but you're targeting a different muscle group. So when they're closer, getting a little more to the inner thighs, building that strength down the center line of the body. So just keep noticing with your legs wide, the difference in engagement. We're gonna do 3 more here. 3, 2. Now this time lift and hold. Again for 5, notice where you feel it. 4, see if you can even lift higher. 3, 2, and release to the floor. Good, hands underneath your ribcage. Up dog or cobra, your choice. Exhale, pull back down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, let's do this on the left side. We're here, we're ready
Come on. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, take your left knee to your left elbow or tricep, hold. Left knee down to your left wrist. Back up to the elbow, all the way up to a one-legged plank. 3 of them just like this. Here we go. Left knee to elbow, down to the wrist, up to the elbow or tricep, out to a plank. Into the elbow or wrist, elbows, into the elbow, down to the wrist now. Back up to the elbow, out to the one-legged plank. Last one, knee to elbow, down to the wrist, up to the elbow, out to your one-legged plank. Release, and press back to the down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high, split dog. Exhale, step in between your hands, runner's lunge. So get your lunge nice and long. Take a moment, gently release your right knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Let your hips sink low. Reach and stretch through your fingertips. Again, you can goal push your elbows. Take it wherever you need it. Little love to your hip and low back. And let's do this. So attention to the fingertips, tuck your toes, press up into your runner's lunge. Grab onto your weights. Let's do it. Come all the way up. Inhale, high crescent. One more. Inhale, high crescent. And exhale, weights in. All 10 toes pointing forward. Square your hips, square your shoulders, lower your back knee, hover. Drive. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep your chest lifted. Draw your shoulders back. Find your breath. Down and up, nice and easy. So you know where we're headed this time. You want to add that hammer curl. Now is your time. Lower and lift. Chest stays tall. Breath stays full. 8, 7, 6, 5 more. You have 4. In 3. We'll stay low to pulse. 2. Last one, stay low, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here for 4, 3, 2, and inhale the high crescent. Exhale, weights into your chest. Lean forward into your left leg and take your right foot behind you, this time on a diagonal, so all the way off towards the left. Reach your weights out in front. This time off to the sides and I'll run into a wall. So here we go. Lower, lower, lower. Make sure majority of the weight is in your left heel and then drive up. So you can take that foot behind you to act like balance, or you can float it off. If you want to add challenge, lower, lower, lower. Lift and drive. Here's for 8. Down, 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 down. Drive up. 7. Lower. Big push. 6. 5. Drive 4 more. 3. All the way through. Last 2. Good. And then last one. Lower, 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 lower. Drive all the way up. Step your right foot back. Inhale, reset into your high crescent. And exhale, open. Warrior 2. Back heel spins down. Open your arms. Give your shoulders a couple of rolls if you need it. But then weights come into your chest. Make sure you can see your left big toe this time. Elbows nice and wide. You'll dip. Dip to the back. Dip. Dip to the front. Dip. 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 So stay low in your lunge. Opening up your hips. Building some inner thigh strength. Really focus on your breath and movement happening together. Good. Oh yeah, 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Good. And then last one. To the back, to the front, drive out. Heels in, toes out. Nice big breath, find star. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, star. And exhale, bring it down. Flip your palms up. Give yourself a wide arm bicep curl. So keep your chest nice and lifted. Palms are lifted. Hips push a little bit forward. All the way up, all the way down. Focus on your breath. Hopefully you got a good sweat going on. I know that I certainly am sweating. Woo. Okay. 8, 7. Stay low. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This is it. Last one. Find star. Reach up. Exhale. Weights into your chest. Pivot your feet. Bend your knees. Release. Take a little stretch. Might need a little towel off. Take it. Nice big breaths here. Grab onto the heels. Stretch the top of your head down. Take a little longer stretch if you can right here.
Good, look forward, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, grab onto your weight, stand at the top of your mat, pivot, plant, vinyasa, rinse it through. Take a moment in your down dog to reset, breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. There we go, spread your fingertips wide, bring your hands back in line with your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, lower, and then drive up. Again, squeeze your elbows in, let them lower, hover off the floor, drive through your palms to lift. 4 more just like that. Notice your triceps start to fire up, squeeze your elbows in, up and away. 4, squeeze in, 3, keep holding from the midline. You can always bend into the knees. 2, last one, lower all the way to your elbows, dolphin. Again, the hands can come together, lean forward like your nose and thumbs could touch, and then drive it on back. Bring it forward, lift, 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 drive back and through. Here we go, little stretch and strength. So work it back, drive it forward. 4 more. 4, lift, 3, push. 2 more. Last one, you'll hold your stretch. Hold that stretch, press it back. You can let your head come through your elbows. See if you can really push the floor away. Find a little space in your shoulders. Let it feel good. Again, you can bend the knees. And look forward. Push into your palms, lower to your knees, and press out to child's pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. And inhale yourself up, tabletop. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Tuck your, float it off. Find your breath. Press down with your left hand and your right foot and float your left foot off the floor. Now see if from here you can float your right hand off the floor. Keep the bend in your right knee and stabilization through your left palm, and then lengthen and reach. Bring it right back to the center. Right arm goes long, left arm goes long. Right back to center. 4 more. 4, center. 3, center. 2, center. Last one, reach long, come back into your floating tabletop, restabilize. Right hand and left foot to the floor, lift up your right leg. When you're ready, left arm, lengthen. Ooh, back to center. Lengthen, back to center. 4, 3, find your balance, use your wiggles. 2 more. Last one, lengthen, in, and set back into your floating tabletop, little hold, big breath. Down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Rock forward into a plank. Lower all the way to your belly. Take a moment. Bend at your knees. Grab for your feet. So first, as you grab for your feet, just grab from the outside. Thumb with your index fingers. And for just a moment, we're going to stretch out the front side of your body. So I want you to start by just pulling your heels in. So this way you'll bend at the elbows. And you can work your knees so they're hip-width distance apart. Now your chin can come down. You can relax your head to the floor. I just want you to think about squeezing your heels in towards your bum. Elbows in close. Squeeze them back behind you. And just kind of opening things up a little bit. And then release the right foot and stay with the left. Now this time you might take your hand grip from the inside and pull in a little further. So the elbow starts to kind of point backwards. Good, and then release the left, and we'll just do the same thing on the right. So you can come up onto a forearm, sometimes that helps. If your shoulders are really happy and healthy, the fingers can go forward and the elbow can come straight back. And then you can really press the, in this case, right foot down. So you get that nice stretch. And you just want to avoid taking the knee out super wide. Keep it in. This way you get really deep into the hip flexors, top of the quad. Your front side has a little bit of stretch. We're going to test it out. So grab on from the outside. Both again. Just an inch or so below the toes. Your knees are close. They don't have to touch by any means, but bring them in so hip width distance is eventually the goal. If they touch first and then they open up, it's a nice thing. So food for thought if you want to add that. Take a big breath, press down through your belly, and as you exhale, kick back and kick up. Start to notice the stretch you already created on the front side of your body and lean into that. Now see if you can kick into your hands, Focus on relaxing your shoulders. Look up, look back. Use the strength of your kick to find the momentum in this posture. So kick, squeeze your glutes. Kick, look up. Kick, kick, and lower to the floor. Release. Look over your right shoulder. You can make a little pillow with your hands if you'd like. Let's do it one more time. Bend at your knees, grab for your feet. Knees are in nice and close. Big breath in. Go for it, kick in your hand. Give it your best. Give it your best. We hold for 10. Strong breaths. 9, 8, do your best. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and gently release. Look over your left shoulder, take a breath. Good, make it all the way back up. Plant your palms under your shoulders, low towards the rib cage. Inhale, up dog or cobra, press up. Exhale, back into your down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Good, look to the top of your mat. Step, hop, or walk to a seat. Come sitting up. All right, sit up nice and tall. Take your weights with you. We'll add them on. Oh, here we are. Grab underneath your knees. Lift your chest all the way up. So we're going to start with no weights for this abdominal work for now, and then we'll add on. So take your arms up nice and high. You can tabletop the legs, or you can reach them out really long, really high, anywhere in between. But start with your arms up high, twist and open to the left, come back through center. Twist and open to the right, back through center. Good. To the left, center, right, center. 3 more. 3, center, 2, center, right. Last one, to the left, center, right, center. Good. Hands to the center of your chest. Lift up nice and tall. You can go knuckle to knuckle or hands in prayer, whatever feels more comfortable. And we'll twist off to the side, through center, open. So hands are in line with your shoulders. Twist, center, twist, center. Good. Get your elbows up high. Center. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. Left, center, right, center. This time, elbows in, hands down by your navel. Out, center, out, center. Good. So this time, low, center, low, center. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Left, right. That's it. Knees and out. Big bend in your knees. Grab on. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, guide back. Lay all the way back on your back. Make sure your weights are easily accessible. So let's do this. Let's get this party started. So I'm going to flip around so I have a little bit more space. And we're going to go legs all the way up to the ceiling. So reach your legs up nice and tall. Take and stack your weights over your shoulders. Soften up the bend in your elbows. Make sure your feet are more like over your hips rather than super far forward. And palms face each other. Open up. Open up for a fly. And then squeeze in. Lower down, skull crusher. Reach up, go for your toes. So here we go. Open, fly. Close in. Add on your skull crusher. Reach up, tap for the toes. Let's keep going. Open up, fly. Back through center, set up for your skull crusher. Hinge from the elbows, elbows stack over shoulders. Drive up, reach. Open, fly. Bring it back up, line it up, elbows bent. Reach, drive up to reach for the toes. Open, fly. Close in, stack it up, reach up. Good. Open, close, bend, straighten, reach. Good. Open, close, hinge from the elbows, reach it up, drive up to reach. Keep moving. We're gonna do 8 of them here. Hinge from the elbows. This is 8. Reach up to tap. 7, open up, close in, Weights hover, drive up, reach. 6, you can take it at your pace. I'd rather you do one really good one than a whole bunch of them that are just kind of halfway. So choose to give yourself your best. If your best looks like 2, be the most impeccable 2 you've ever done. You are going to get more results out of doing your best with your very best effort than doing 10 with the effort you got. So give the best yourself your very best. Choose you. 3 more. 2. Really get up there for that sit up. Reach. Yeah, last one. Open fly. Close in. Skull crusher. Reach up for your toes. Now just keep reaching. Reach up, tap. Reach up, tap. You don't have to touch, right? You can flex the feet or you can even point through your toes. Maybe open up the feet a little wider. Reach the hands straight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Hold it up. Release your right leg. Back to center. Left leg. Back to center. Keep going with the right and the left. This might feel like enough. Stay. If you want more, both legs down and up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and hold it low. Hold it. Just hold it. Reach the weights out. On a diagonal is fine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Release it down. Let the weights go. Give your knees a little squeeze. Take a breath in and a breath out. All right, we're going to finish with one more abdominal exercise. So let's do this. We're going to take a punch with a sit-up. Super simple, super effective. Gotta love this one. So soles of the feet flat, knees over your heels. 2 options, right? You'll peel up maybe halfway. Tap, tap, bring it back down with control. Option 1. Option 2, bring it maybe all the way. Press soft punch to the right, soft punch to the left. Lower with control. We're going to hit 8 of them. Make them clean your very best. If partway through you got to level down or level up, go for it. Let's do this. Here we are. 8. Roll up. Go get it. Peel up. 7. Control your descent down. You got 6 more. 5. Push, push. Control. 4 more. For 3. Push, push. Low, slow. 2 more. Push, push. Control. Last one. Lift, lift, lift. Hold at the top. Wherever you went, let's meet at the top together. We'll take a soft punch from right to left for 8. We go 7, 6. Come on, turn it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right to left. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, nice and slow. Control. All the way down. Slow, 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 slow. Let your low back touch the mat. Pause. Shoulder blades tap the mat. Pause again. Lift and lower. Tap at your shoulder blades for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Weights can come into the chest. 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7. Here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Squeeze your knees in nice and close. Give yourself a little shake from right to left. Shake or rock or sway. Keep your right leg in. Stretch your left leg long. Pull your right knee towards your shoulder. Find some space. You can interlace the grip and thumb included. Pull your right knee in. Take your left hand on the outside of your right leg. Gently pull your right leg across your body out of twist. Back through center. Right leg gets a little squeeze and then let it go. Left leg, same thing. Interlace your grip on your shin. Pull your knee towards your shoulder. Shoulders away from your ears. A little bit of space through the hip. Squeezing close. Your body is warm and ready. This is not quite relaxation just yet. This is open it up, find the space. You did so much work to really create it, so you might as well enjoy it a little bit. Okay, right hand on the outside of the left leg. Gently pull your left leg across your body, add your twist, look over your left shoulder, let it feel really, really good. A reset of your spine here at the end of your practice. Come back through center, give your left leg a little reset and release it long. One last time, pull your knees into your chest for squeeze. Squeeze your knees into your chest, forehead to your knees, tight and close. Good, just a moment, let it hold, stay with it. Now keep your shoulders lifted off the mat, release your hands from your shins and stretch your arms overhead. Inhale, lengthen your legs all the way out and hold. Low boat or hollow back for 5. Down through your low back, last little hold, 4. Strong, steady breaths, 3, 2, and gently release all the way to the floor. Open up your arms, open up your legs, get into your most comfortable final resting position and let it go. You made it all the way to the end. And so take a couple of breaths. A couple of pats on the back if that feels good, and give yourself a little bit of love for showing up and working hard for yourself today. This practice was designed to be challenging, designed to work up a sweat, so hopefully you got all of that and so much more. It is always my privilege and always my pleasure to guide you through practice. Thank you so much for following along live and later. I am so grateful to continue to give back to the community in this way, and we're going to keep doing that. And so Saturday, in light of the peaceful protest that's happening, / march that's happening on Saturday at 10 a.m. We normally have our yoga strength class at that time, but in community and respect and support of all the work that Black Lives Matter is doing and all the other organizations for our community are doing, we are moving our class. So class will be at 8 a.m. We're actually going to do it in McKinley, so I will hopefully get to see some of your beautiful faces. And we're going to do it at 8 a.m. So I'll give everybody plenty of time to practice and plenty of time to get ready and go participate if you feel so led. So I appreciate the help. I appreciate the fact that I get to continue to give back to the community. It is one of the major goals in DOMA's philosophy is to continue to give to the community. So thank you all, and hopefully I'll see some of you there. Namaste. Bye, guys.